So there are some things that work really well in cube shape and some things that do not work quite as well in cube shape, even though it might contradict or challenge what you might think should be in the shape of a cube. And today is no different. Today I'm going to test out the Yungrain C1 cube-shaped USB-C wireless microphones just to see if they sound any good and if they're worth buying. So I'm going to go straight to the microphone right now. This is a cubic shaped wireless microphone. It's called the Yungrain C1. Now I saw this on Amazon and I thought it looked kind of quirky. I did like the cubic design, but how good could it be? So just to look at the microphone itself, you saw that it's about 20 millimeters or so cubed. There's one side that is the microphone side. When you buy it, it has basically two microphones, which is nice because you can use it for podcasting, maybe with a partner. And they're coming in a mono signal, by the way. And it has the ability to mute the microphone. It also comes with a clip like you're seeing now that I have on my chest. You can also, of course, hold it like you might do if you prefer from like a TikToker kind of perspective. And if you want to mute it, you can just press the back. That was muted, so I don't know what it's going to sound like in terms of any of the noise from that button. It's not capacitive, so it actually moved the button a little bit. But you see that it's magnetic, so I can magnetically apply it to this metal clip. And it also has magnets on the back of it so that you can apply it kind of like you would the Hollyland Lark M2 or the DJI microphone that has the magnetic clips. The only thing with the magnetic clips, though, that are a little bit interesting, they kind of look like just the magnetic washers, the things that you might get from, say, like a science kit or something, or that you might buy at the hardware store almost. These washers don't have any branding on them, which I kind of like because I don't love the branding. But just so you can hear what the Yungrain C1 sounds like, hopefully I'm pronouncing it right, just so you can hear what it sounds like. And now I'm going to switch to a couple of other microphones because my suspicion is that things that are in the 2.4 gigahertz range, like this one, tend to sound pretty decent, but the ones that are in the kind of more Bluetooth range, like the Ulanzi J12 that I tested a while back, don't sound quite as good. And then you've got better microphones, for example, like the Hollyland Lark M2 or the DJI Mic Mini, that will sound quite a bit different. So again, this is the Yungrain C1. Now we're going to go ahead and test another microphone. All right, so this is the Ulanzi J12 wireless microphone. This is a little bit less expensive. Again, the Ulanzi J12, just so you can hear what it sounds like. And just to come back to the Yungrain C1, this is the Yungrain C1. Okay, so this is the Hollyland Lark M2. I am connected via USB-C in that dongle. I've got the USB-C kit, just so you can hear what the Hollyland Lark M2 sounds like and see what it looks like as well compared to the others. And again, I'm back on the Yungrain C1, and I'm going to test one more microphone, the most recently released microphone in my pick of wireless microphones. So this is the newest wireless microphone that I've purchased. This is the DJI Mic Mini, so you can hear what it sounds like compared to the Yungrain C1. Let me know what you think. Again, the DJI Mic Mini. All right, so I'm back on the Yungrain C1 wireless microphone. Again, it's a 2.4 gigahertz microphone that is cube-shaped, as you can see on camera. Just to go through what it comes with, it has the two microphones as mentioned. It also has the two different clips, the magnets. Something I didn't mention is that it has both USB-C as well as Lightning dongles. And so it can be used with an older iPhone or a newer iPhone, as well as Android phones and Windows or Mac. I'm using it on a Windows device right now through OBS without any equalization, just to hear what it sounds like by default. Future Jeremy here, interrupting myself. One thing to point out also that I forgot to mention when I first filmed a few minutes ago is that the Yungrain C1 doesn't come with a carry case or a case to charge it like the AirPod style case. For a Hollyland Lark M2, for example, you get something like this, whereas with the Ulanzi, you get something like this. So they're nice because they can basically plug directly into USB-C. Even if I look at my DJI Mic Mini and I bought the single mic setup, it comes with a case like this that you can use to carry with you. And all you really need to charge is the microphone itself. So I've got the single mic. I don't need the actual case for the dual mics. So the nice thing, with those is they have that kind of self-contained carry case. The C1 doesn't have that, and some of the less expensive microphones and kits, even for two microphones, do include that case for charging. Honestly, I would say you would probably want to skip this microphone. It sounds very nasal heavy. I didn't like the way that Ulanzi J12 sounded in my previous review, if you caught that. I thought it sounded, a little bit processed, a little bit cheap, like it didn't sound great. I liked the way the Hollyland Lark M2 sounded until now. It was my favorite, but I'd say in this particular test, listening back to the DJI Mic Mini and the Hollyland Lark M2, so this is one of those cases where I gotta say, like, even though the shape and the form factor is kind of cool, kind of neat, and I did spend my own money on this one. It's not a sponsored review. This is one of those cases where do you review it or don't you review it? So I'll just kind of chalk this one up as like a public service announcement. If you're thinking about buying this microphone and you saw it inexpensive, maybe on sale or something on Amazon or elsewhere for 30 to $50, I would say skip it. I would say save your money, get something like the DJI Mic Mini, maybe the single mic setup, or the Hollyland Lark M2, which is always kind of on sale at the moment. You can get them pretty inexpensively for USB-C or Lightning for the little kit even. I've seen that as low as like $109 or something. So I'd get one of those microphones way before I would buy this one. I would still stay away also from something like the Ulanzi J12 or some of those really, really cheap kind of Bluetooth microphones like the Boya and the similar ones that have similar internals there. And I would stick with something that's 2.4 gigahertz with a much better condenser than this one. I'm going to try one more thing on this microphone before we wrap up. I'm going to see if I can equalize it a little bit in OBS just to see if I can kind of save it using equalization settings to kind of boost up the low end and take down the mid range just to see what it sounds like. Let's try that. All right, so this is the Yungrain C1 with some equalization. I basically took the mids down 6 decibels and I raised the low end up 6 decibels just to see if I could get it to sound less mid heavy and a bit more bassy. So let's see what that sounds like. Let me know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, by the way, if I saved the microphone with those two different short OBS settings, then maybe it is a decent value. If you like the microphone, if you like the video, maybe not if you like the microphone, but if you like the video, give me a like, subscribe to my channel for more reviews like this, and also different webcam reviews and software tips and tricks, and we'll see you soon.